Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a not massive, but a pretty big book haul of a bunch of books that I collected over the month of May. So I think there's a pretty obvious book that's going to be the one that you know that I hauled because I've been talking about it for a long time, and that is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. My copy finally arrived in the mail. It took a lot longer than I thought, but it's here now, and so I'm really looking forward to diving into this one, although I'm still going through my June TBR that Marcus picked out for me, but this is definitely on my radar to come up soon because I really want to read this book. I've been thinking about it constantly. So, yeah. And I've been trying to avoid spoilers because I know everybody's read it now and it's all over the internet. So I'm trying to stay away from all of that and not have anything spoil this for me, which is very difficult, by the way. So, yeah, I need to get to this one soon. Next up is two books that Marcus actually bought me as a gift for reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Also, thank you to all of you guys for helping me get to that milestone. And so he got these off my wish list, and the first one is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This one sounds so awesome. Marcus already read it and he really enjoyed it. Essentially, it's about this company called Deathcast, and they call you 24 hours prior to you dying, so they know when everybody's gonna die, and they tell you. And so this is the story of two characters that use this app called Last Friend to find another friend to hang out with for their last day alive. So both characters end up meeting each other on this app, and they try to live an entire lifetime in one single day. I think this book sounds fantastic. Super excited to get to this one, and it's LGBTQ+, so that makes it even better for me. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And the other book he got me is We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. This book is about a boy who has a lot of hardships and tragedy in his life, but then he ends up getting abducted by aliens. They tell him that the world is going to end, and they give him the opportunity to press this button within 144 days that would stop the world from ending. They also don't tell him why the world is going to end, so he has no idea. And because of all the things that have happened in his life, he's questioning whether to hit that red button or not, but then some new characters come into play that maybe make him want to actually have an Earth to live on. And so, yeah, there's lots of LGBTQ plus rep in this one. I've heard lots of things about this book from other booktubers, and that was one of the main reasons why I put it on my wish list. So now I have the book, and I'm really excited to see what it has to offer. Also, there's a space aspect to it, and we know that this boy loves space, so I think I'm gonna like it. Then next up, I've been on kind of an Aquaman kick lately, so I decided to buy the next 4 volumes in the new 52 series for Aquaman. So I got a bunch of these. I think I'll fly through these. I don't know. I feel like Aquaman's such a very underrated superhero, and I'm really enjoying getting to read more about him and his backstory in these comic books. I'm also really loving the art style on these ones. That's like a big thing for me. If I'm reading a graphic novel, the art style needs to be spot on because that fully brings me into and immerses me in the story. So if the art style's off, then I tend to not give it as high a rating. But I think that if the art style is on, it can make a whole story come together beautifully. So yeah. Then I got The Will to Survive. It's part of the Rule of Three series by Eric Walters. I haven't actually read any of these books, but I've been slowly collecting them over the years. So I have now, I think, the whole series, because I think this was the last one I needed, and I haven't read any of them. So I hope it's a good series, and I hope I enjoy it, because now I have them all. If not, I'll just give them to the secondhand bookshop. But I think I will like them. I'm pretty sure this series is about a dystopian future, and it's people trying to fight for resources. That's what I've gotten from the covers of them. So I think I'll like these books, but yeah, I just wanted to finish off the series that I've been collecting for no reason. I also got Rebel by Mary Lou. This is an offshoot novel of the Legend series, and I have not read that either, but I found this book for a good deal, so I was like, you know what, I might as well get it because I feel like I'm gonna like that series anyway. And if this has anything to do with Mary Lou, which I've only read one of her books, but only reading one of her books has made me want to read more of her books, I think I'm gonna like it. And keeping on trend with buying books for series I haven't even started yet but have the whole series for, can you guess what this one is? I'll give you a hint. It's over here. Yep, that's right. I got Monster by Michael Grant. This is part of, so far as I know, his secondary series that he has started after the Gone series. Haven't read any of the Gone series either, but I got all those books for super cheap, so I just decided to start the secondary series, still knowing nothing about it. So I hope it's good. Then I got Girl Gone Viral by Arvin Amadi, I think is how you say that. This book really appealed to me because it's about a coder and I'm a web developer, so I was like, hell yes, I want to read this. So this is about a girl named Opal. She's 17 years old. Her father went missing when she was 10, but he left a very cryptic note. And so she has been wondering like where he is and she wants to find her father. And now there's this contest that comes out and it's for this giant virtual reality company. And the winner of this contest gets to meet the billionaire that runs that contest and that company. And this billionaire is also the person that her father worked really closely with. So she wants to win this contest so that she can get in touch with him and find out if he knows anything about her father's disappearance. She's a coding prodigy. She's great at hacking. I feel like this is going to be awesome. I also love that it says here at the top, you can't control button the truth. Like that's so clever. I love it. Then I have a book that was sent to me as part of a Bookstagram tour, and this is Broth from the Cauldron. This book is actually a collection of short stories and teaching lessons from people that delve in witchcraft. So it says it's like a literary Wiccan soup for the soul. Could be very interesting. I haven't read it yet, but I'm intrigued to see what these short stories have in store. It was really fun to be part of the Bookstagram tour, and so eventually I'll probably pick this up at some point. And then I only have 3 more books. These are all contemporary books. So this book I bought purely because Kathy Trithart had given it such a raving review, and it was also a discounted price. So I was like, well, okay, I'm definitely doing it. And that is Words in Deep Blue by Kathy Crowley. So this book is about a girl named Rachel, and she has a good close friend of hers that she really likes, and her family is moving away. So what she does is she tucks a love letter into his favorite book at the bookshop he works at and moves. The guy never follows up on the love letter, and eventually her family moves back to the town that this all took place in, and now she's working in the bookshop with this boy, and she doesn't want to be there at all because she feels like he kind of just blew off her love letter and threw her to the side. She's also dealing with the death of her brother that actually drowned, and so all of this together is kind of hitting hard on her. Now, the boy in this story recently just got broken up with his girlfriend, and he's also having a hard time, and the two of them end up passing the time at the bookshop by sending each other letters through books when they're sorting or organizing them or putting them away in the shop. And from there, the story unfolds. I think it's going to be really good. Kathy gave it a raving review, as I said, and I think that Kathy has good choices in books, so I'm going to give this a shot, and hopefully I like it just as much as she did. Then I picked up Sometimes We Tell the Truth by Kim Zarns. This one was honestly purely a cover buy because I thought this cover was so intriguing with all these like random objects on it, and I also really like the typography. I chose that one because of that reason, but then I actually read it and it sounds pretty interesting. It's about a class trip, and this class trip is taking place while they're on the bus going to said destination, and the bus trip is 6 hours long. So the teacher assigns each person in the bus the task of coming up with a story. It can be fiction or nonfiction, and they need to tell it to the rest of the class during this journey. Whoever has the best story, I think, wins a prize or something like that. But it's just, I think it's going to be the collection of all the different students telling their different stories on the bus. And I don't know, that's just such an interesting concept for a book. I think that's really cool, and I'm very interested to check this one out. I also feel like it would be like a nice light and fluffy read, which is something that we can use from time to time. So I think that is cool. And the last book I bought is Comics Will Break Your Heart by Faith Erin Hicks. I honestly bought this one as well because of the cover. I think the cover's stunning, having the comics like in the letters. But upon reading the synopsis of it, I think it sounds really cool. So essentially, it's about this girl, and her grandfather is the creator of this really popular comic series called Tomorrow Men. But he ends up selling the comic book series for like a profit, and then that comic series goes on to get bigger and bigger and make the person that he sold it to very rich. However, he only had the one sum of money that he got upon selling it. So it's about the girl, and she is getting ready to go to college, but then this new boy comes to town, and he is actually the grandson of the heir of the comic book series that her grandfather sold. So now he's super rich, and she is like not liking this guy, and it says that it's kind of like a modern take on Romeo and Juliet, but comics will break your heart. And so I'm just like, I'm really pulled into this. I think it's going to be an adorable contemporary read, and it's going to be geeky, obviously. So that's got my heart right there. So yeah, I think this will be a really good one. I haven't heard nothing about this book anywhere, so I think it's probably an underrated read. I'm pumping it up already, and I haven't even read it yet. But I am looking really forward to this one, and I will definitely let you guys know how it ends up being. And those are all the books that I hauled in the month of May. It was actually quite a bit. A lot of them, though, well, okay, so only 2 of them were presents. The rest I bought myself, but they were all on sale, and you know what? I went for it. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have read any of these books, because I would really like to know which ones are good or which ones I should definitely get to sooner than later. I think that would be very helpful. And if anybody wants to do buddy reads, I'm always down for those. If you guys want to support me in any way, I have a Patreon, which is also in the description down below, so you can check that out. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, keep on reading.